Listen, I have an idea.
It's how I feel when you make lemonade. Whatever today has given you. 511 headaches, still call it Thanksgiving. True.
Welcome to another edition of the Super Duper Podcast. I'm your host, Rob Griggs, here with the super producer, S. McMahon.
Yes. What's going on, Rob? How you doing, man?
Man, just trying to buy these Funko Pops, man. How about
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shout out to my son Aiden, man. But this is an HP53 production. We do not take your listens lightly. Make sure you follow us on all socials. That's TikTok, IG, Threads. I'm sure Sarah got us all over the place. At Super Duper Pod, SUPADPAPOD, and online at HP53productions.com for our merch and also additional content such as the Father Good Podcast and the Easy Smoke and GM Podcast with our own S. McMahon. You guys record this week?
We did. We recapped the championship Sunday games. Um, Kansas City over Baltimore. I get that wrong.
Yeah,
and San Francisco over the Lions. So recap that, talked a little bit about the Super Bowl, and yeah, pumped up.
Yeah, man, it should be a good Super Bowl. But guess what? I'm not doing betting against Patrick Mahomes. Won't do that, man.
I actually think I might.
Oh boy. Well, hey, man, best to you.
I
Won't be
might.
me. Won't
The line
be me.
right now is 1.
Hey, well, I guess you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
While Ezra's losing money, make sure you listen to more of that on the Easy Smoke and GM podcast. Hey, before we jump into the show, as I do want you to talk, because it's Black History Month. Shout out to y'all, Black History Month. Definitely going to talk about something every week during Black History Month. We usually kind of talk about Black history and Black culture most shows, but want to pay special attention to it because with the Grammys and the All-Star game that Ez doesn't watch and the
Sure
Super
don't.
Bowl, things can get lost that it's actually Black History Month. And then people start running and scrambling to do some kind of event that they did last year. They just dust off the old event and do something in the last week and go, Happy Black History Month. And then it's March. So we're going to definitely want to say happy. But Ez, tell us a bit about the Nat Geo show that you were watching.
Oh, so it's Genius MLKX on Nat Geo, and it's basically a biographical drama. Would you call it? I guess that's what you would call it.
Yeah.
Just on the lives of Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. It premiered tonight as we're recording on Thursday the 1st. It looks pretty good. The first 2 episodes premiered tonight. So yeah, definitely think you should try to tune in and check it out. Looks like it's worth watching.
How many episodes?
That's a good question. I guess it's 8 episodes.
Okay. Well, either way, something cool to watch.
Yeah. So check it out during Black History Month on Nat Geo.
No doubt. So again, make sure you check out the Easy Smoke and GM podcast and all of our podcasts and content wherever you are getting this podcast. So as of course we just talked about it, like Super Bowl is in another week or so. So we're going to be talking nonstop about football. And I'm just giving y'all a heads up. The Chipmunks' birthday is coming up soon. So it's going to be Heavy Chipmunks in about a week. So I don't apologize. They're going to be 12, and that's wild. I kept these kids alive for 12 years. Listen, as I know, I've said this, I'm sure, on the pod, I had to get my insurance changed because I had it for 5 years. I didn't think I was going to live past 5. I was like, they'll make it. It's cool, And then when they got to 6, I was like, oh, I have to update this insurance. I'm alive, and they're still here. So, shout out to the Chipmunks. They'll be do some birthday stuff for sure. But the Grammys are coming up, man, because the Lakers and the Clippers are on the road show for the Grammys. And I don't know, how do you feel about award shows? As I know we'll talk about it much, but do you watch award shows?
Rarely.
Yeah.
Rarely do I watch them. I usually try to catch the end of the Academy Awards, but that's about it. I've never watched the Grammys.
Really? Never?
Never. No. Not like, maybe I've caught a little bit
Yeah.
every so often. But yeah, I'm not I gotta tune into the Grammys guy. Nah.
That's wild, man. So just because like I love music and I mean I know you do too, but I think just there was a point I really was watching the Grammys all the time, or at least like popping in for it. It used to be like an event, but I feel like it seemed like there was a point there was so many award shows as it kind of got like there was award show season. You know what I'm saying? It was like kind of like
Yeah, yeah.
one of the year was awards, and you just had the rest of the year. Now it's like an award show every month. You know what I'm saying? Every couple of weeks. People ain't even showing. It's like when people stopped showing up to the awards, it was like, oh, okay, what's if they're not showing up? What's the point of us caring? But
I
Sunday,
think
go
I
ahead.
was gonna say as a kid, remember the American Music Awards?
It was like a big deal. It was like the biggest
Yeah.
TV, man.
We did watch that, and I think that was for whatever reason, it felt like it was bigger than the Grammys. It
Oh my
probably
God, it was, and it felt like the
yeah.
performances were better. It's
Yeah.
like you said, to your point.
And as a
Yeah.
kid, the Grammys bored me. I think that's is what it was. And
Mhm.
so I never got into it.
Now I don't know the history of American music because now that changed to the Billboard Awards. I think that's what it's the same. That's the same awards. Am I right?
I don't know about that. It
But
might
but but
be.
I, but I but
I
I
know
think
so
I am right.
The American Music Awards, that was Dick Clark's show.
Right. But I think they merged with the Billboard Awards. But see, the Billboard Awards, even if this is wrong, the Billboard Awards, what I like about it is like it's the stats. You know what I'm saying? It's the numbers. And it was actually an article I read or some book, but it was saying how no, it was a podcast I was listening to. Shout out to what's the guy's name? Plain English, Derek Thompson, one of the smartest guys out there. He's on the Ringer. Listen to that podcast all the time. I learn a lot from him. He did a pod about just the changes in music and like how it went from you know the melodies and whatnot, like why he shows the scientific trends over the years. And they
Okay.
were saying one thing that changes Billboard, the numbers like years ago weren't really based off of record sales. It was like they were just telling you that, this record was number one and you just believed it. Then they started making it off of record sales. That's when hip hop and country just started shooting up. You remember Garth Brooks was selling 10. It was like, how is he selling? How's he number one? But he was selling 10 million records. And then same thing with hip hop. It was like, oh, these white suburban kids are also buying these records. You know what I'm saying? And so that's when it really became this is the popular music genre that's out here. So all that to say, it really wasn't necessarily like this voting thing. I mean, still some voting too, but it was like, hey, this was just the best-selling record this year. And it's something that we all like and we all enjoy, man. But the Grammys do feel like they're more stuffy, but the truth is, I know people be like, I don't care about the Grammys until they get one, right? And until they get one, they don't care. But just a few stats about the Grammys. So it's on Sunday, February 4th. It's the 66th Grammys. It'll be on CBS. We'll also be streaming live on Paramount Plus. But we like Peacock over here, right?
That's
That's
right.
that,
Absolutely.
boo, Paramount Plus. You might be sold anyway. New categories this year. Best African music performances. That cracked me up. I don't know why. I was like, all of Africa, y'all can fight over this one award. Just have at it. Like, geez, man. Best alternative jazz album and best pop dance recording.
What is alternative jazz?
So it's funny you say it. So I listen to a podcast. It's a lot of podcasts. Clearly, I do.
I
So
see.
apparently, it's like it's not just the instrumentation per se. Like it's like you use other methods of music to still make jazz. And like Robert Glasper, right? He was saying that was the episode I listened to. It was R&B Money, and he was talking about how they changed some of the rules because of him because the way I don't know if you listen to a lot of Robert Glasper. If you ask again
I've heard it before.
suggestion. Put on Robert Glasper like a Spotify, like just let it play and listen to his music. It's great and it's like pure jazz to like he does a lot of R&B albums and some hip hop production. He got a great story. Listen to that episode of R&B Money about him. It was pretty cool. But he was talking about just how because his music blends into different genres, it's not just this classical jazz that we hear. When you think of jazz, thinking like, big band, what have you, or John Coltrane, Kenny G. But then also it's like Robert Glasper, but he fits in so many other different angles. So real quick, gonna go into the nominations. So even though I know you say you don't watch it, but do you kind of keep track of who's winning Grammys or whatnot, or still don't care?
No. You know what
Okay.
else? I just thought about something else. They did not embrace hip hop
For a long
for a
time.
very
Yeah.
long time, and I
It's
think
still,
that that hit me too.
yeah, and we'll get to that, man. I think because it's some interesting stuff that I read that I definitely want to share with the audience today. So, real quick, guys. So there are 2 rounds of voting with the Grammys. They happen in October and in December. It's a whole long process. You can go to this Grammys Awards website. I'm not going to read it, but because I skimmed through some of it myself. I said, well, they have a system. There we go. So the general field, that's just like across all genres. Record of the year. So here's the thing: is I thought record of the year and song of the year were the same, but they're different. Record of the year award to the artists and to the producers, recording engineers, and or mixers and mastering engineers, if other than the artists. So that's when everybody go up there. You know
So
what I'm saying?
everybody except the artist.
Well, I mean, well, nowadays the artist he or she touched the board, they are now helping produce that thing.
Okay.
Well, shout out to Beyonce. And then record of so song of the year though, that is a songwriters award. So a song is eligible if it was first released or if it first achieved prominence during the eligibility year. So artist names appear in parentheses. So it's like singles or tracks only. I never knew that. For whatever reason, I thought that was the same award, but 2 different awards. So record of the year, Worship by John Batiste. He actually won album of the year a couple years ago. He's a dude from New Orleans, and it's like it's awesome, really
Yeah.
awesome music. Not Strong Enough, Boy Genius, Flowers, Miley Cyrus. Now this I didn't know Miley Cyrus had a album out. I thought she was gone. what was what was I made for? That's a Billie Eilish song from Barbie. On My Mama, Victoria Monet. Shout out to TikTok. That's a on my mama, on my hood. I'm like, that's why that's big. That's on the internet everywhere. Vampire, Olivia Rodrigo, Anti-Hero, Taylor Swift, Kill Bill, SZA. So what's notable is, well, I guess it's not a big deal because it's hard for a hip hop album to be record of the year. Well, no, records of the year. Like I'm sure Drake has been nominated for record of the year, but this we talked about it a couple pods ago, or a few pods ago, how this was like a down year for hip hop, how there had not been a number 1 hip hop song all year, right?
Okay.
That hadn't happened in 20, 30 plus
Because
years.
hip hop sucks right now.
Yeah, it's all money. I got a Taylor Swift take that I'm scared to put out there because these Swifties are real. But I was just let me rant for a second out. I was listening to a pod, and okay, these people weren't black, so that's the context of it. And they were saying how great Taylor Swift is, and I'm not saying she's not great. Like you're like, yeah, she sold the most money in a tour. I believe it. There's a couple Taylor Swift songs that I rock with. You know what I'm saying? Me and the Chipmunks be in the car rocking to these joints. But then they said is that Taylor Swift is the next thing to Michael Jackson, and I was like, everybody stop. Stop right now. Okay, just because she's selling a lot of records and selling a lot of seats does not make her Michael Jackson. Hey,
Mm.
man, she's close. Okay, she's closer to me, to
They
Britney Spears, than Michael Jackson.
they said that she's had like a $330 million impact on the NFL this season.
Bruh, I mean, that's fair. Got you. Great marketing, but
That's crazy.
Michael Jackson, dog.
I'm just saying that
Michael Jackson.
maybe she is.
I don't know, man. We'll get into Taylor
Don't get me
Swift.
wrong. I couldn't tell you a Taylor Swift song if you played it for me, but I don't know if I can argue that, man.
Michael Jackson, bruh. See, if here's the thing, though. Okay, we'll get into that because I'm not saying that, and that's why I've been very thoughtful about this take. Because I'm not saying that she is not impactful, and I'm not saying she's probably the biggest artist right now, like for real. So, but
Oh,
it's
see it. That's not. There's no. I don't think there's a
yeah,
debate. I mean, well, there's a debate between her and Beyonce,
true, and I'm sure so there'll be some
and
they
that's it.
have this can't be a clip because we can't have this on the internet. I ain't chasing us down for this crap. But it's like,
But
that is a debate, but it's also too Beyonce's had a very sustained run for a certain amount of time. I think the difference with Beyonce and Taylor Swift is like you don't see like I'm sure she's dating Travis Kelce for real, but let's not act like it's not like a beneficial arrangement that, this is for the NFL, a lot of exposure, so on and so forth. With Beyonce, she's of that old era where it's like you make a record and then you hide and you only see people, you don't even say nothing. You just walk through the crowd and they just hope to sniff your air, right? Taylor Swift is not, she's interacting with people.
Yeah,
And I think
she's at
Beyonce
the
would not
games.
be in a box that popular
No,
with people. She
no.
just wouldn't be there, dog. Just wouldn't be there.
Well, they've been to NBA games.
Fam, they on the front row. They looking straight ahead. Julius, whatever her bodyguard,
Well,
he
you can't sit in the front row of a football game though.
but what I'm saying is I don't think all these people would I don't think Jay and Beyonce would be in that space of just regular people. Shout out to the regular people in the world. Like it has to be like, Kevin Hart
Yeah,
in there.
there's
You
no
know what I mean?
sneaking out of a football stadium
Nah.
at a skybox. It's not happening.
No. Everybody gonna wait. They
You
just
gotta
wait
see,
to
yeah,
get up out of there, man.
yeah.
So no, but so I made the take about Britney Spears because this was why. Because we forget, we think of Britney Spears now, and she is like, she's having a lot of troubles going on. But Britney Spears, when she came out and that she had a run, it was like she was the
She
biggest
did.
thing in the world.
But Taylor Swift is bigger than what Britney was at that point. In late 90s Britney Spears, she's
But does inflation
completely
factor into
surpassed
this?
that.
And again, I was checking myself. Am I hating? Right? I was like, am I hating? I don't think I'm. It's just to Michael Jackson.
I I think she's in that she's at least in that stratosphere.
You bugging, man. So,
Uh,
okay. So back to the nominees. So, album of the year. Now, any of those records? Did you know any of those is?
no.
Okay, album album of the year. So, award to artists and to a featured artist as well. So, a featured artist gets a Grammy as
But
well.
people don't make albums anymore.
Well, these people did. World Music Radio, John Batiste.
Okay.
The Record Boy Genius, Endless Summer Vacation, Miley Cyrus again. I thought she was at the crib somewhere. Did you know there's a tunnel under Ocean Boulevard? Who are these people? The Age of Pleasure, Janelle Monáe. Wow, that's pretty dope. Guts, Olivia Rodrigo, Midnight, Taylor Swift. I mean, she might win. SOS, SZA. Shout out to SZA, man. Song of the Year. A&W, Jack Antonoff, Antihero. Also again, this is like a songwriters award. So the song A&W by Lana Del Rey, Antiheroes Taylor Swift, Butterfly John Batiste, Dance the Night, Man by Dua Lipa. That's a chipmunk, that's a chipmunk hit in the house. Dance the Night by Dua Lipa. We love that song, man. Hey,
Never met him.
well, that's a her, and
Oh,
she's
sorry.
really attractive, and that's a chipmunk jam. So the rule for
And I don't
chipmunk
want this to be seen as like I'm throwing shade at these people.
kind of did,
I'm not up
So
on
you
music,
said,
man.
I don't
I'm
even
not
know
up
who
on
that
music.
man is. Okay, S. Thanks, S. Jeez,
This is
we
not
about to
shade.
get killed.
I'm just not up on
My
I'm
Taylor
not up on
take,
music,
and
man.
you calling Dua Lipa a man? This is the last episode we gonna have, bruh.
I'm just
Uh,
not up. I'm sorry. I
Jeez,
apologize.
this can't be a clip either. So no, but the Chipmunk playlist, we got Chipmunk City. I have a rule, everybody gets one repeat because before it's like they want to hear a song 5 times in a row. Like, we're not doing that.
So they're not on the same page?
No, they on the same page now with the one repeat. That's the rule. Say everybody gets one because we ain't in the car that long for you to hear a song 5 times. Like, come on, man. So one day this Dua Lipa came on. I never requested a repeat on Chipmunk City. I was like, hey, Daddy gonna use his turn on the Dua Lipa. That's a song as a jam. Flowers, Miley Cyrus, Kill Bill, SZA, Vampire, Olivia Rodrigo, and What Is I Made For, Billie Eilish from Barbie. I mean, Barbie's having a heck of a year, man. Oscars, noms, Grammy nods. That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Pretty dope. Best new artist. I'm not gonna read them all. I'm probably gonna read the ones you know. Ice Spice got nominated.
I know
Shout
who
out.
that is. Okay.
Yeah, I know you know. Coco Jones, if you saw her face, you know who she is. She was on
I've
Bel
seen
Air.
it.
She is
I've seen the
Hillary
name.
from Bel Air.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
There you
I
go.
got you. I got you.
Victoria Monet. She has some really great songs. I mean, I don't know. I know the "On My Mom" is the popular
Is
song. She
is
has
she
some,
related to Janelle?
not spelled differently. Hers Monet.
Oh,
Hers
Monette's.
Monae.
Okay.
Janelle Monet.
Oh, gotcher. Okay.
You know how people would be saying Moet.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Yeah.
It should be Moet. But yeah, man. So they got producer of the year, non-classical. All this. I remember. So Hit Boy, he got nominated for producer of the year. That's pretty dope because he did all those Nas records, man. Yeah, so like they put it on that Dreamville songs, King Disease 3, Magic 2 and 3. Shout out to Hit Boy. That's gonna be pretty dope. Metro Boomin, he was he's nominated for producer of the year. That's pretty hot. I think the producers they like to get that them Grammy awards, you know what I'm saying? That's how they like to
Oh,
send
that's a
that
big
price up.
deal. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So now just with the R&B category. So now field three of the Grammy Awards, you have R&B and rap and spoken word poetry. So the best R&B performance, you got Chris Brown. So this is for a new vocal or instrumental R&B recording. So Summer Too Hot, Chris Brown, Back to Love, Robert Glasper, which is a jam. I See You, Coco Jones, Kill Bill, SZA. So I'm reading on this for a reason because I'm gonna bring it back to a point that's been going on with the Grammys lately. You got all these traditional R&B performances, Babyface, Victoria Monet. She might clean up, man. I've read her name a bunch of times. She getting the Grammy. I'm leaving with something. You know what I'm saying? She gonna have a Grammy when she leave the house. Shout out to PJ Morton. He's won Grammys. He's nominated again. SZA's been nominated a lot. Best
I like
R&B.
I like PJ Morton.
I mean, he's great,
Big
man.
fan.
Best R&B song, Angel, Halle Bailey, Back to Love. That's a great song. Robert Glasper featuring Sir and Alex Isley. Alex Isley is the daughter of one of the Isley brothers, the guitar player, and she
Okay.
has beautiful music. I mean, yes, Alex Isley, y'all check her out. Coco Jones again, Victoria Monet, SZA again. So it's a lot of R&B albums in here. And so, and I want to shout out to his jazz album that got nominated with Adam Blackstone. He's like the leader of like this. They do like a house band sometimes, but they are a live band. He had a version with Leslie Odom, Fly Me to the Moon, that I love. He did like this music compilation. Jasmine Sullivan was on there. It's really dope. He got nominated for a Grammy as well. So I mentioned it already. My guilty pleasure for music for this year has been Dua Lipa. I don't care what y'all say. One day I was in the gym. You would thought I was listening to MOP. You thought I was listening to like, you know what I'm saying, some real hardcore hip hop. It was Dua Lipa. Pop all, all in my head because it was like, I love this stuff. But that's why I like the Grammys because I might hear something when I was watching it a lot. But I might hear a song that's like, I never heard this before. You know what I'm saying? Because especially now, we get caught into our algorithms even when it comes to like, our social media pages, we thinking we seeing everything, but we're seeing like just what the algorithm says we should see and what we like. Hence this Tubi rabbit hole I was in earlier today, and I was sitting there clip after clip of just hilarity.
That was
Like,
fun, man. I can't wait to I got a
listen,
weekend.
I
I can't
kind
wait to watch some Tubi this
of
weekend.
dude, excited to do it, man. Again,
Man.
should just have a part about that. Just throw it out there.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but yeah, it's like I love to watch the Grammys because I might hear like a country singer. It's like, man, that person is great. You know what I'm saying? It's really fantastic. And then you look it up, and now you got a new favorite, like a pop song that you just never heard. Because even though it's not music that I may particularly search for, I think music is still great. And no matter, if it's good and it's made with, is made from a passionate place. It's made from a place of just like, I want to get this out. Everybody can rock with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there's a lot of songs that you have that people don't think you know the words backwards and forwards to. Like, for example, y'all don't know if you notice, I'm a big Bon Jovi fan. Like, I'm crazy Bon Jovi fan. I saw Bon Jovi in concert when I was working at sales. This was years ago. I took some clients. So we were in the box and I'm looking like I'm singing these songs like my mama played them on Saturday morning. You know what I'm saying? I mean, full throat, pause, from the belly, man. Pause again. just singing these songs. And what's wild is John Bon Jovi was walking through the crowd as kissing the women as he sang. At first, I was like, okay, maybe he doing this for the front row. The way the stage was set up, it was like paths all over the venue, the United Center. He's walking down, and I guess that was the bad because the women were just coming up, giving Bon Jovi, obviously it's pre-COVID, giving him a kiss. And I was like, okay, this is what you do the whole show, fam. You just know, gotta go kiss these women tonight. Let's get let's get to it. So after dinner alive, yeah, okay, cool. I'll be ready then. I'll be ready by then, man.
Get her.
Yeah, not her.
Mm-mm.
Definitely her.
Her right there. She
Yeah, actually get her number, dog. Yeah. Before we leave. That show was fantastic. So, but we kind of touched on it in the beginning, man. How because you said it, you really didn't watch the Grammys because they didn't really connect with hip hop like that. I mean, they didn't. It's like, it's like those awards weren't shown, or like that time Macklemore won over Kendrick Lamar, you know what I'm saying? Or just it's like, what is happening? Who is voting on this stuff?
I actually got a Macklemore song that I do like though.
That's okay. He still didn't win no Grammy over Kendrick. He knew it.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm definitely not
He was like,
saying
wait,
that.
y'all
He
say
didn't even believe that.
y'all
But
say my name?
he's got a song that on his latest album with DJ Premier produced it, and it's decent. Yeah.
Okay. So this is from the wiki, so take it as it is. But since the inception of the Grammys in 1957, only 11 Black artists have won Album of the Year. That was wild to me.
Since 1957?
Yes. 11
That's
Black
it?
artists. That's it. You can probably guess
I can guess. Let me see. I know Michael Jackson's on there.
Yeah.
Once.
For Thriller. Yeah.
Thriller.
Which is crazy. And go ahead.
Album of the Year. Black artist.
So the first, so it's looking
maybe a Marvin Gaye.
Nope. The first Black artist, according to this, was to win Album of the Year. So we distinction. That's
the very first.
Since Stevie Wonder, 1974.
74 was the first time.
That's the year they got to see.
Okay.
Intervision set. So he won it. So now, but he was cooking though. Is that once he got on, he ain't let it go. So 74 Intervisions, 75 for Fulfilling's first finale, and in 1977 for Songs in the Key of Life.
What about an Earth, Wind, and Fire in there?
For Album of the Year? No.
Yeah. No.
So I'll read them all. So Stevie Wonder, I read those 3 for Stevie Wonder. So
gotcha.
That's got 8 left. Michael Jackson, Thriller in 84.
Okay.
Lionel Richie, Can't Slow Down, 85. That had to be the Dance on the Ceiling, right? What's his name?
Yeah, Dance on the
Yeah. And Hello. that video still cracks me up to this day. It's just like, oh man. Okay. Sorry.
Wait. Michael Jackson won for Thriller in 84?
Yeah. That's what
that album came out in 82.
Well, that's just what it says. Well, also we gotta think about the voting, eligibility, that kind of stuff. So who knows, man? I'm just reading this. It's on the wiki.
I understand what you're saying. But you think about that though. The album came out, it dropped in 82. We were still getting singles up until at least 85, I want to say.
But it still could have won a Grammy. I mean, I see the point you're making, but I mean, they could have won a Grammy and still kept going. Because I quite notably remember Usher didn't win for what was that album called? Confessions. He didn't win. Ray Charles, after he died, he won. That still blows my mind. And but like Usher just kept throwing out singles.
Confessions, one of my favorite albums.
Oh, he got robbed, man. He got robbed. I never forget. Jermaine Dupri was like, he will never make an album like this again. I thought that was foul, but he was not wrong.
That was his Thriller.
I mean, that's really one of the best albums ever made. Like, not even joking, man. Quincy Jones.
I see. I'm sorry. Thriller came out in late November of 82, so it probably
eligibility thing. Yeah, that's what it was.
So
because it was
483,
right?
But
because it wasn't going to be
ceremony was in 84. Okay, yeah. I got you.
So Quincy Jones Back on the Block. So that's all that. I think that's that Tevin Campbell song.
That's a good album. Yeah, the Tevin Campbell song, bad. The Barry White song is on there.
Yeah. That's band.
That was a good album.
Natalie Cole, Unforgettable with Love.
Oh man,
Yeah, Whitney Houston, The Bodyguard soundtrack in 94. Lauryn Hill, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. And again, I know we think of Lauryn Hill's being late, but she was a big deal, dog, in 99. That
That was
album,
a huge, yeah.
and that was a big deal that she won, right? Because it was like she was rap, but she was also a rapper. This one I was really like happy when Outkast won for Album of the Year for Speaker Box Love Below in '04. And they deserved every bit of
A
that, man.
wonderful album. Great album.
I mean, both sides, like straight up. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it's just beautiful. So Ray Charles, Genius Loves Company 2005. That was Usher's. Herbie Hancock won. I know he was like, wait, I won in 2008. John Batiste. Now, 2008, Herbie Hancock, and I just
Wait a
told you,
minute.
John Batiste won We Are in 2022. So 14 years have passed for another black artist had won Album of the Year.
Okay, what album would you have thought about though in that time span though?
I mean,
I have an issue with the first black artist not winning until 74 because there's so much good stuff for
you're saying during that time frame, what
40 years before that, right?
But I mean, so listen, from 08 to 22, so there's a gang of Missy albums. There's a gang of
Not album of the year worthy.
I'm just throwing them out there. I mean, Beyonce threw some albums out there from 14. Okay, there's some Beyonce albums in there, but that's actually gonna get to that. You know, Usher's album.
Which one?
Confessions. That's still in that sound. Wait,
Well, no. I'm saying 2008 and beyond. Confessions was like 03.
Oh, you're right. So Jay-Z albums.
Mm?
I'm with you on now, but I'm saying.
I'm just saying.
I'm with you, but I'm sure there's something I'm probably just not thinking about. I'm sure the audience is screaming
I'm sure. Yeah.
Match right now, like you forgot this album that would have won, but still. So from 2012 to 2020, statistics show that black artists received only 26.7 of nominations for the award show, while they were represented over 38% of all the artists on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 chart. So the math just
that don't
mathing, man.
I got you.
And so then there's some questions. So now you were talking about this, some questionable album wins. So Beyonce's self-titled album lost in 2015, lost to Beck's Morning Phase Album of the Year. Lemonade lost to Adele, her 25 album, and Beyonce's Renaissance.
I give you that. Beck, really?
Yeah.
Beck won an album of the year?
Yep. And then I remember Harry Styles won last year because it was like over Beyonce's Renaissance. And it was like that had to be a big record for it to beat Renaissance.
Was Renaissance a good album? Was it a great album?
I mean, I'm sure people seem to enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? I'm still fond of Beyonce. I'm just, I listen to a record here and there, but I'm not.
And I'm not trying to. If people think I'm trying to be funny or something, no, I'm asking.
No, you're asking. No. I will say, I think it was pretty cool. I just think probably my taste is changing. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's more. It's just not for me anymore. And that's cool. That's totally fine. I think it's still a good record. Look at us. Look at us trying to have all these disclaimers. Don't cut off our show.
I'm just putting it out there, man. I'm not trying to be funny.
But here, so again, Michael Jackson's Off the Wall, because that was his motivation for making Thriller. That's why Thriller is so rock heavy, because Off the Wall is a banging album.
It is.
He did not win, and he said, "Okay, bet I see what y'all want," and he made Thriller and won.
I still say Thriller's the better album, but
you
Off
crazy.
the Wall, no,
you crazy, bro.
I think we've had this discussion before.
We've had it. We still stand on the same blocks. It's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, we
got
to bring
Off the Wall. Hey, Off the Wall is a great album. No sleeping there. But
hold on, I read this wrong. Michael Jackson's Off the Wall and Prince's 1999 were not even nominated.
That's interesting. I would love to hear what was nominated in Off the Wall was 77, 78, 79.
Yeah.
Off the Wall was 79?
I think so. Yeah. Thriller was 82, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're about 3 years apart.
Okay.
Some other ones Kendrick Lamar. We talked about that losing to Daft Punk. That's losing album of the year to Daft Punk. That's even I
that was the album that Pharrell worked on though.
I kind of rock with Daft Punk.
That was yeah.
I can't front. Sorry, Kendrick.
That's
So
still that's still my ringtone to this day. Partially because I don't know how to change it, but
gotcha.
yeah.
And then, right, that's the same. So Kendrick did not have a good year because that same year he lost Album of the Year to Daft Punk, and then lost Best Rap Album to Macklemore. So he was like, "I'm never coming back. Y'all can have it." And then To Pimp a Butterfly lost to Taylor Swift 1989. And then his last one lost to Bruno Mars 24 Karat Magic. But yo, boy, nobody beat Bruno Mars that year. That's just when that 24 Karat Magic record came out, well, nobody beat him. Just go, what up?
1999 came out a month before Thriller.
Oh well, he ain't have a shot.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brad. But I mean, not even nominated though. It's not to win. He wasn't even nominated.
And he didn't win for Purple Rain didn't get nominated. Did it?
I didn't see Purple Rain. Not at all. So I'm gonna read this part straight from this article because I thought it was interesting. This is from the Wikipedia article. Others have argued that non-white artists mostly win in smaller racialized categories. Beyonce has 18 of her 22 awards within genre-specific categories, such as rap and R&B, categories that people of color primarily dominate. Ann Powers, an accredited writer for the National Public Radio, accused the 2017 Grammy Awards of systematic racism due to Chance the Rapper and Beyonce being the only Black artists who won televised awards. According to Powers, there is a general notion that the music made with real instrumentation is superior to synth or sample music, or that standstill performances are outstanding to performances that incorporate dance. And so that a big reason the Grammys were criticized recently. So remember the Weeknd had that big record After Hours with Blinding Lights. Like Blinding Lights was everywhere. And the track set numerous records, 40 weeks within the top 10 of the US, 4 weeks of which the song was at number 1, spending 28 weeks at top 5, and it received no nominations from the Recording Academy. The Weeknd wrote, "The Grammys remain corrupt. You owe me, my fans, and the industry transparency." Now that's wow. And that's the numbers and the facts. You know what I'm saying? It has to hurt because this is where like it kind of gets like we talked about the Oscars, where like it's hard when the top award, like you know, the Grammys is the top award. If you make music, like a Grammy is the defining award for what you do. Like no matter what you say about it, that's just the truth, right? And it's hard because you want this award, knowing they're not going to recognize what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like to break through is wild. Like I think you made a good point. From 1957 to 1974, not a one.
I won. That
And listen, do
that
you know
don't
the record
jive.
Stevie Wonder was had to put out? You see what I'm saying? Those are timeless. It's like he had to put out a timeless record to get to win. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. So, I was listening to a pod about 90s music, and they were talking, it's because it's the pod is called Songs That Define the 90s, something like that. I think I may talk to y'all about this, when we had like a business meeting or something. And what struck me though is like, it really didn't touch a lot of 90s R&B music. And I was like, dude, you got this pod is fraudulent. Like how you know what I'm saying? It had a lot of hip hop, right? It had NWA, it's like, but it was the stuff that was big.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't have the stuff like we was listening. I mean, obviously we listened, but it wasn't like the stuff that we was listening to in high school. You know what I'm saying? That was impactful for us. And it had very, very little R&B. And the R&B, like it had to be like, it was this big selling. It wasn't like, shout out to H-Town. You know what I'm saying? Like Knocking the Boots is one of the most impactful records ever made. People would never gonna care about. And when I was listening to the pod, it's like, we live in two Americas because these people were not Black that were having this discussion. And, we talk about all the time, Black famous versus just like famous. And, sometimes a thing is legit Black famous, like a whole section of the country has no clue what this is about. But like Black folks love this. They love this person. They love this music. Like, and it's like, How he still making money? Well, he's still touring in Chicago, Detroit, New York. You know what I'm saying? He go to Roxbury and go to Compton. You know what I'm saying? So that's like he go to them black neighborhoods. She know what to do. And then he kind of gets into this whole. We were talking about this at work. This about and shout out to my coworker. She brought up this. We do these DEI presentations, and she talked about how have you heard the term AAVE, African American Vernacular English? I'm probably saying it wrong, but it was pretty much saying like the vernacular that we use with each other. You know how pretty much you and I probably, well, your job's a little different, but most people don't talk the way they talk with their friends like they do at work. And she was saying like there should be some authenticity. Like she's like, I have these degrees, I'm very learned. But so just because I say what we being where we be doesn't mean I'm uneducated. And it was the whole thing was like, just those words are looked down upon until somebody that's not black uses it. So you had an example of like Wendy's saying, bet, or using black colloquialisms that we would get quote unquote dinged for if we used them in
Yeah.
a corporate setting, but like they can use it and it's cool. So we talk about popular versus appropriation. So I feel like I'm picking on Taylor Swift. I'm really not. Actually, I really think Taylor Swift is a wonderful lady, and I wish her all the best. But like, there was an article that credited her with swag surfing, like making it popular. It's like, hold on, dog. We've been doing this.
Yeah, I saw it. Well, there was her and Chiefs fans.
Yeah, and it's like stop.
And it's like, no, that didn't happen.
And then I read an article.
HBCUs have been doing this for 15 years now.
And I read an article about like they talk about the Kelsey cut, like his haircut is. It's like, but he just got a
fade. Yeah,
that's all it is, dog. It was a while back. A while back, I never forget this. Cause I said to my sisters, it was a white woman who was like, "Yeah, I have this new way to keep your hair together when you sleep. It's called the satin sack, but it was a bonnet." And I was like, "My sisters have had bonnets." And dude, but here's what was crazy. The bonnet was like $100. I buy Brooklyn bonnets at Walmart, $5 a pop. You understand me? But it was like, yeah, this keeps your hair together at night. And it was like, oh, I have 6 of the $100 bonnets, bro. Man. Wow, bro. But and then on a serious note, you and I talked about this as again, if you new to the SDP, go back in the archives. We talk about a lot of stuff. We reference a lot of our old pods. But it was a one episode we talked about how those black TikTokers were protesting the platform. It's like they may be coming up with a dance or some kind of routine or what have you. And then a white content creator, would take the same dance and routine and then get paid from it, get millions of views. And then, of course, they could like the black person maybe had only maybe 5,000 followers that had big enough impact, but they created this thing. And this other person would now be on TV. They getting deals from it, and they're never going to credit the person that's from it. So it's like this is sad that this continues to happen in our culture. And like you said, I'm sure it's people, a lot of black artists who made music, who helped other artists get on, and they never got the award and recognition these other people did, man. So I understand the frustration with these artists and the Grammys, and I understand the conflict, right? Because you want to be recognized by this group. Because it just solidifies what you've done and what you've been working toward. Like, I mean, again, I'm sure if Usher had a Grammy, but Usher doing well, so I'm not crying for Usher. But I'm sure like he would love to have a Grammy for an album. I think he probably did win a Grammy for it, but he should have won Album of the Year. That's just ain't no way that Ray Charles album should have won over Confessions. That still blows my mind to this day. But we've been talking a lot about music. And we've been talking a lot about just, hip hop, R&B. I want to end on a lighter note because, as you and y'all don't know this, Ez wants to be an R&B. If he could, he would be an R&B singer. Like y'all just don't know this. The dude loves R&B. We all know 90s R&B is the best. Like that's not even a question. That's not even a conversation.
I went down a rabbit hole the other night of just 90s R&B. Oh my God.
It happens, man. You can't leave it alone, bro. It's the best.
And then saw some of the producers that were on some of these tracks. Oh, crazy.
we were on a plane, you told me you listen to a playlist, right?
Yeah.
When we yeah, because that'll do it too. You like, yo, this you produce these records.
Well, it was you know what blew my mind. I'm sorry to go off on a tangent
That's
here.
all good.
I was listening to they had different producers playlists of their top tracks,
Mhm.
and they had a DJ Premier and they had Pharrell,
Yeah, that Pharrell one is
but then they had a Chad Hugo,
oh, you told me this, yeah.
and like all the hits that we think of that oh, that's a Pharrell track right there. They were all under Chad's.
Ah.
So I know the Neptunes, it's a collaboration, but
But now they go off on their own from time to time.
you know what I'm
I'm
saying, but
telling you,
but all the great stuff. I think grinding and
wait, they just created that to Chad? I thought no,
yeah,
that's a net. Seriously? All right, look
yeah,
at that,
that
bro.
was Chad. Yeah,
I'm about to look at that, bro.
I'm
What?
saying, I mean, the Neptunes
I got you. I got you. I see what you're saying. But I'm telling
collaborated,
you,
but
man.
he may have had the lead on that. I don't know.
I still remember NERD, and I know I told this story. Shout out to George Jetson. We were in the club. It was like 30 people, and Pharrell and Chad and the other dude was
The other
there.
two.
They were there, and they performed it. I was the only one who knew the words because I had to. I was working for five, but I don't know. But either way, and Pharrell, I say, man, this was crazy. Thank you, man. Well, nobody paying attention to this.
You
It's like
man,
now
you,
that's happened for real to slap people. You know what I'm saying?
you got to have a special ear to have the true appreciation
Yeah.
for the original NERD stuff.
Yeah.
Some of the later stuff everybody caught on, but
Right. And then
I don't.
yeah,
Everybody didn't know what NERD was.
that's true.
Going back to what was the first EP they put out.
Yeah, I'm with you. I can't think of it right now. The name of I think that's the one when we went to that concert. They were performing that, and like you said, it's No One Ever Really Died, the first joint, and then it's the red cover. I can't think
It
of
was
that.
well, that's Fly or Die.
Yeah, no. I'm saying it's Flyer Died, the one before that. That kind of their first.
In Search of.
I think so. Those
But
two. But I know the EP was before that one. In
there was
Search
an
of.
EP, and
I'm
then there was In Search of.
No. But the point I'm agreeing with you in terms of like once it got past Flyer Die, then
Right,
people
that's when people,
people get no, and they kind of they didn't veer as far into. I might go down a NERD rabbit hole tomorrow, bro, because that music is phenomenal.
yeah.
And it's like you really gotta love music to get it, because it's weird if you like. I just came for the beats.
It's not. Nope.
It ain't that, bro.
Nope.
No, sir. But we don't we talk about 90s R&B, but I'm gonna talk about early 2000s R&B because I think that gets a bad rap because it came after the 90s, but some good music came out. So I did like a Google search of it, and so these are like consensus. I'm just gonna do about 5 or 6 so we get the heck out of here.
Okay.
So number one, it's not in any particular order. It's number one that I'm reading. Crazy in Love by Beyonce, 2003. And I gotta say, Babyface had a song like I'll pay your rent, I'll buy your clothes and cook your dinner too as soon as I get home from work. When I saw Beyonce, I used to think Babyface was stupid for that. It's like, how you gonna do all this and go to work? What is she doing, bruh? But when I saw Beyonce in this Crazy in Love video, I understood what Babyface was saying. I get it now, man. Because it's like, who is this person on this screen? You know what I'm saying? And it's like she was killing that video, and the song was crazy. And when it came out, it was like, yo, she's not playing with y'all. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I remember when Bootylicious came out, and Destiny's Child is having a little belly out, and it was like, okay, it's cool. Beyonce ain't working out, but hey, it's all good. We still take it out. When she came out Crazy in Love.
What are you talking about?
What you mean? I'm someone.
You talk about she ain't working out.
No. What I'm saying is this: when you look at like the Beyonce now, it's like flawless. Like
Okay.
it's like
She was flawless then.
yes, but if you look at her now, she's literally like it's like ain't nothing is hanging out. She was like regular cute and bootylicious. You know what I'm saying? You see the point I'm making? I'm about to get dinged again. They getting
I
the
don't
whole show
know. I don't
canceled.
know.
No,
I mean, don't
no,
get me wrong. I was a Latoya fan
no,
from
no, no,
jump.
no,
So
no, 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 no. The point I'm making is this.
I'm just saying.
No, no, here's the point
Just
I'm
throwing
making.
it out there.
No, 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 no. I'm with you. The point I'm making is this. Because Beyonce always been bad. Let's not get it messed up. It's like she became like a perfect specimen, like Crazy in Love on. You know what I'm
I
saying?
get you.
It's
I get
like
you. I get
that's
you.
all I'm saying. And not to say it was hey, I didn't notice it. I loved it in Bootylicious. I was like, okay, that's what we doing. That's what we doing, Jack. But when Crazy in Love came out, it's like I'm a whole nother level here. And it was highly appreciated. And the song was great too. She just didn't look great. The song actually was pretty dope. Next song, "Let Me Love You" by well, is it Mario or Mario? I never know, man. I don't know. Anyway, Mario. That came out 2004. What's crazy about that song, it actually launched Neo's career more than it did Mario's. Like Neo wrote the song, and it was like every time he sang it, it was like, oh, that's the song Neo wrote. And it's like, well, who's Neo? And then Neo comes out and then has this awesome career. But the thing with Mario, he's a great singer. Like he did that infamous verses with what's my man name? Ray J, Pleasure P. It was just bad. Omarion, but it was insane. No, 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 I got it wrong. It was Omarion and Mario, and it was just pretty bad. But Mario, he just doesn't have enough songs, but he's a great singer. Family Affair, Mary J. Blige, 2001. No hateration, holleration in the dancery, produced by Dr. Dre. I just when I hear that song, I just think of Mary J. Blige, how she danced. Like when I hurt my knee, I was dancing like that. You know what I mean? It's just like, hey, I'm just dancing like Mary J. Got my knee all jacked up. Next one is Cry Me a River. Justin Timberlake. Are you a Justin Timberlake fan?
I got
No.
a confession to make.
Oh boy.
When NSYNC came out with Gone, I was like, wow, this is
These guys.
this is amazing.
Hey, it's a beautiful song, no doubt.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
beautiful song.
yeah.
They didn't miss. They didn't miss that. Listen, man, Justin Timberlake is great. He's
Are you kidding me?
What's up?
I'm sorry. We got to go back. I just looked up Bootylicious.
Yeah.
Who do you think wrote Bootylicious? Outside of Beyonce has a credit on
Credit. Yeah, of course, she was like, yeah, put the in
it.
there.
You're not gonna guess it.
Missy Elliott.
No,
Nas.
no.
Give me a hint.
It's a 70s classic rock.
I have no clue. Who?
Stevie Nicks from
What? You should. You know what? Maybe you sure if it's not a
No, it says composition of the lyrics. Stevie Nicks.
Did they bite the records of a song? You know how sometimes like they people will take a version of a popular
So
song,
did you think they sampled it?
or no, it's probably like so you write a song that sounds like something similar, right? And maybe you take some of the lyrics out of it. You take some lyrics and put it in your song, but you have to credit them. That's kind of you credit them, and they get paid. I think that's right. Ain't no road she wrote.
Oh, I see. Yeah, they sampled it.
Yeah, it's
That's
no
what
way.
it's the
It's no
sample.
way. Stevie Nicks wrote "And My Body So Bootylicious." I stopped that. I was like, hold on, bro.
But they have it listed as a sample, and then they have her as a songwriter in it.
But yeah, that's probably was the deal, right? It's like what can we get you for the sample? Credit me, blah blah blah.
Okay.
That's probably what happened. And I'm saying probably and whatever song, what's the song that they sampled?
I don't know. That's not
Okay, yeah, I bet you the song that they sampled is probably a couple of lines they took from the song and put it in Bootylicious. But
All right, go on. I'm sorry.
No. But just no lie. Justin Timberlake is actually going on tour this year. I low-key want to go.
I'll go.
Hey man, I think I might make it this in June. That's just around your birthday, dog. But they have Cry Me a River, and I trying to chase my son. He is I will say it. I think he's a savant, man. He plays the piano, plays the trumpet. He's in a choir. He likes to be in musicals. He loves musicals. And so I was just playing Justin Timberlake for him to hear, and just to like hear like a male. I play Usher, I play Justin Timberlake. And so I played Cry Me a River and he stopped. Usually if I say Chase Usher, he's like, I don't want to listen. So I just have to play it, right? Now I understand my dad now. You can't tell these little suckers that you like something because they won't like it just on purpose. So I played Cry Me a River. He was very quiet. He came down and said, "Hey, Dad, can you play it again?" I said, "I got you," because that song is a jam all the way. And again, he don't. I would like to see him perform that song. You know what I'm saying? And Justin Timberlake, he killing with his trolls. It's like he can't be stopped. When whoever asked him to do this troll stuff was the genius. They just keep making these movies, and I keep going to see him with the Chipmunks. So Usher's on here twice. You Got It Bad, 2001, and Yeah, in 2004. And I got a confession to make here. Yeah, I don't know if because they played it to death. That's not one of my favorite songs. You know what I'm saying?
I never liked it.
I mean, trust me, when it came out, I was like, okay, they rocking. Okay, cool. But it's like, it was everywhere you went. Like, y'all ain't got no other records. Like, y'all, I mean, ain't no other records in your bag, dog. Okay. All right. But still, shout out to Usher, man.
From that album, all I need to hear is I can hear Confessions is cool, but it's not my favorite. It's Bad Girl, Seduction. That's What It's Made For. And there's one other.
That's the album, dog. But it's funny. 8701 and Confessions, to me, I like Off the Wall and Thriller. I'm not saying 8701 is better than Confessions, but 8701 has some jams. That's You Got It Bad. That's You Don't Have to Call. Is You Remind Me. Tell you, man, 8701, people sleep on that one. That's his Off the Wall before he made a Thriller. Straight up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Straight up.
Absolutely.
So the last artist, so this might come out left field, but when I say it, you'd be like, yup, this person kind of personified the early 2000s. Because it's a woman. She doesn't get a lot of shine. Beyonce kind of stole her sound because she stole a producer. You probably know where I'm going with this. But I remember she didn't put out a whole lot of songs, but the songs she put out, still a hits. It's A. Marie. 2002, Why Don't We Fall in Love is still one of my favorite songs. And I mean, man. And the thing the producer named Rich Harrison. So the story is, they were just kind of like, because that was a point when it was like a producer had their person, right? It's like, I just produce for you. This is our, this is our sound together. Like now it's like, I just gotta be, y'all can have it. So whoever want it can have it. And then she did One Thing in 2005, right? So it was like, A. Marie was cooking. Even Why Don't We Fall in Love, that album that's on is a great album. I would encourage everybody to go check that album out. A. Marie's first album, because it got a lot of hits on there that you just don't hear no more. That's what makes me sad sometimes. Is like, think about all the music that like you just will never hear again, just because it never will come to your front of your mind to listen to. You know what I'm saying? Like if you hear like that, shout out to like these Apple Music and Spotify and Pandora playlists, because the algorithm just grabs songs. So a song will pop up that you'll be like, oh my God, I haven't heard this in years. You know what I'm saying? And you know every word to it, but it comes to the front of your mind like that. But A. Marie's Why Don't We Fall in Love and One Thing, that's going to end our list of just some of the hottest early 2000s R&B, man.
Her sister was at Hampton with us.
Really?
Yeah.
Did A. Marie ever come to the school?
I think she did, but it was like right when she was when that album came out. I think she came.
Okay. So it's like my sister got an album, like, yeah.
So we did. Right. And then it just exploded after that.
That's dope.
Yeah,
he was awesome. And then my man Rich Harrison started throwing Beyonce them beats, and A. Marie got upset, and then you haven't heard from her since then. But 2000s R&B, not so bad. I mean, again, 90s is the best, so we not get, but early 2000s, well, nothing to sneeze at, man. It's a whole list of songs I didn't mention, But you know, it got a lot of great records up in 2000. So enjoy the Grammys. Go down a rabbit hole like Ez and I've been doing with some 90s R&B, so early 2000s R&B. You know, we not sponsored by them, but Apple has a great, when you play one song, well, when I do it on my TV, it happens. Play a song and they give you kind of the similar songs like that. And they also give you like different playlists to listen to, 90s R&B. Same thing with Spotify. I suggest that you listen to those playlists because this music is great.
Well, playlist, and then check the credits too. Check the credits on.
Right. So you see Stevie Nicks writing
right, Bootylicious.
He's like, so my body is, I think Bootylicious Beyonce work.
Gotta work,
Beyonce. Beyonce's like, okay, Stevie. But thank you for checking out the Super Duper Pod. We do not take your listeners lightly. We are internationally known and locally respected. Wait, Ez, we didn't do the country countdown, man. Let's do it real quick. Run it down.
Let's do it. So just in this month, we have been listened to in Canada, the Czech Republic, Mexico, New Zealand, and Russia.
That's Spadania.
So shout out to whoever's in Siberia.
Hey, you know, we keep y'all keep your head up if you're in that jail. You know what I'm saying? They gave you that. You got the Russian internet. Good luck. I mean, I would suggest you do other things with it, but thank you for listening to us. Try to get the heck up out of there. You dig?
Oh man,
no doubt.
Yeah,
and you saying
awesome.
in the country, you were telling me Oregon, right? We got a lot of people in Oregon listening.
Oregon,
to
yeah.
Yo, shout out to y'all. I really want to come visit Portland, man. That's actually a city that's on my list of places to visit.
Lot of visitors from Oregon and New York and Texas and Ohio. So yeah, all over the country.
Shout out. Internationally known, locally respected. We appreciate everybody listening. Make sure you leave us a review because some hater gave us a 4 somewhere. So
really?
Please, God. Yeah, man. Somebody gave us a 4.
Who would do that?
I don't know. Some hating. Y'all lucky my mom listened to this pod because I'd have said some bad words. So man, don't appreciate it. But I know somebody was just mad because we got a better pod than y'all. But you know, please like, review, share with a friend, share with a neighbor. You know, again, we appreciate every time you listen. Follow us on our socials at Super Duper Pod. That's on TikTok. That's on IG, Threads, wherever we are. And make sure you like it and follow. Share with a friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we got a great show, great pod. And, you know, we'll see you this time next week. As I missed anything?
No, I think you covered it all.
Let's go.
Take care of yourselves and each other. Hey, mama, this is the Super Duper Podcast.
We make lemonade out of pain. That's champagne, real pain, champagne from you and I. Wait, you and I? Now that's champagne if you was I. Would you be off on this campaign? Is it suicide? If you know that bringing hope here is how careers die. Or do the K stand for kamikaze? The J silent is everywhere, you can feel them probably. Surely, lately, I've been up late with demons in my basement trying to get me to hate this. Life thinking I should be further and then I choke up. As soon as I got silent, then the truth spoke up. They said, how you know you ain't perfect? Let that soak up and soak in. You know how you know that you're blessed? I woke up.